Gabriel Carrillo here from the Ed Tech Department for the Florence Unified School District, and today we're going to go over smartboard connections, basics, and troubleshooting. As you can see, we have a smartboard here. Projector is actually projecting onto the smartboard. People tend to think that smartboard and projector, they use those terms interchangeably. However, projector is where the image is coming from. The smartboard is the actual tactile board that allows you to interact with your computer. As you can see, we have the Smart Notebook software open here. We're going to go over some hardware first. We have 4 pens, individual colors, with an eraser, and you will notice that the light on the actual smartboard is lit green. Green means you're good to go. Red means you need to connect or probably update a driver, which we can show you after. So here we have our board. First thing you're going to want to do when you get your board is to actually make sure that it's functional, you can tap, you can move stuff around, and it will work. If for some reason you accidentally write on the board with a dry erase marker, go ahead and take a damp cloth, just with water, and go ahead and clean that off. If you accidentally write on it with a permanent marker, you can actually wait for that permanent marker to dry. You can write over it with a dry erase marker and then clean it off with a non-abrasive cleaner. What you don't want to use on these are abrasive cleaners, anything with powder like Ajax, nothing with bleach. But if you want to use just any basic water, maybe some soapy, mild water, that will work on here as well. And don't be afraid to touch your board. It can take a beating. All right, so here we have our pens. As you can see, when I lift up the blue pen, blue light indicates that it indeed is recognizing that the blue pen is on, which I can then write on my board, and that will happen with each one of those pens. Now every once in a while you will notice that if you tap somewhere or you go to draw on your screen, maybe where you're tapping and where the image is actually being written, they don't line up. So we're going to go through the actual calibration process. And for those of you who don't know what calibration means, it's basically making sure that your projector is lined up with the board so the board knows where you're tapping. Now on these boards you have 2 buttons here. You have a left button which pulls up the actual on-screen keyboard, and then you have this right button that has the clicker functions. But if you hold both of them down simultaneously and then let go, it's actually spinning and thinking right now, but you're actually going to bring up the calibration screen. And over here we're going to be hitting these targets, basically telling the board where the projector is lined up. So I'm going to go ahead and tap in the middle of these. And let's go to this side. And there we go. Now, where I tap is exactly, and where I write is exactly where the tip of the pen actually is.